Ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce to you our next presenter. She is set up and positioned to make a lot of money. Even though she is serious about her business, she loves having fun. More importantly, she loves helping others. But when it comes to the facts, she knows 100% of the information because she's been trained by the best. I want to present to some and introduce to others, Rhonda Robinson.
All right, thank you for that introduction, Miss Marion. Glad to be here sharing with you all tonight. So again, we are here to talk about 4 roadblocks that is blocking our money. So let's get right into it and let's go right from the beginning. So the first thing is our largest expense. Our largest roadblock and largest expense is taxes. We spend our taxes on our checks, which is where we immediately think of it, which is federal, because immediately on our paychecks, if you're working, then you will see that you have to pay those taxes. So you have what we call gross and we have what we call net. When you look at the net, it kind of makes you feel gross because you realize how much difference that is between the two amounts. Of course, now also we're in the season for taxes where we are looking forward to those refunds. But for the first time in a long time, I was reading that it doesn't matter in a sense when you get your taxes done because they're not going to give out the refunds as speed as they did in the past. So again, that's leading us to rapid refunds, which we don't want to do. Again, that is another form that we do not want to get a part of. So we want to bring that knowledge to you all. So again, with the taxes, we have so many taxes that we can name, but we know what's going on out there, which is outside of the federal tax. You have state, you have local, you have ad valorem, you have property taxes. So it's tax, tax, tax. That's why every year and every moment that you cut on your TV and you listen to what's happening up on the Hill, they're talking about taxes because they know this is our largest expense. But anyway, what happens though with those taxes, it leads us to our next roadblock, which is debt, because we have to make up the difference somewhere. So the way we do that is we are forced to borrow. When we borrow, we have to pay interest and it increased debt. So interest is another part of the debt portion because it's actually something that we have to pay because we can't afford to get what we are paying. I mean, what we're buying, excuse me. So again, that's leading that debt. So once we did the taxes and the debts, the next one is big business. Let me tell you, big business is out there ready to take that third because we already on our last third, if you think about it, because 3 and 3, it's the whole. So with big business, everything is happening once a month at least to think about. And it's not even including birthdays and other events in our lives that we have to spend on. So let's think about it. Let's talk about it. February, we're in right now, Valentine's Day. March, spring break, you got to get that vacation in for those people who, have worked or went to school and they want a little bit of time to enjoy the spring coming in. And not to mention St. Patrick's Day. So for those who celebrate, that's another holiday for big business to be in your pocketbook. Easter is April. So again, we got to get that Easter dress outfit or what have you to go to our church houses or our services. Next is May. The largest spending day again of the year would be Mother's Day because we got to celebrate our mothers. If it weren't for them, we wouldn't even be in existence. So again, the next one is Father's Day in June. Again, without the father and the mother, we wouldn't be here. So we got to show some love to them. July, 4th of July, of course, cookout season, fireworks, because again, we have to celebrate. Then August, back to school. We got to get the supplies that our kids need for school. And if you don't have kids, you want to help out because you do know that they have to have those supplies to go back and start their education. And then September is Labor Day, another cookout day. Then we have October, we got Halloween or Harvest Fest. So again, Halloween is another day that is major for big business. We got costumes, we got candies, we got festivals, and again, definitely a spending day. Then let's talk about November. November is the largest month with the most events because that's where you're really going to be spending. You got Brown Thursday because we don't even talk about Thanksgiving anymore because Thanksgiving used to be a day of family tradition where we just stop everything and be grateful. But we don't even have time to be grateful other than eating and running to the Brown Thursday sales. Then the next day, we're still in the store. We don't lay it into Black Friday. And then that whole weekend we're spending. They only give you maybe, if you're lucky, Sunday off so you can regroup and get ready for Cyber Monday. So all of that leading up to why we spending, which is December for Christmas with all the presents and the gifts. So again, then we are just recycling right back to the next year because now we're at New Year's Eve and at New Year's in January. So all of your money is really gone. But guess what? There's a fourth roadblock that has silently came in for the kill. Now, with this one, I have to say, inflation is something we definitely cannot control. So the only thing we can do is be ahead of it or find a way to get ahead of it. And that's where we come in with solutions next, where due to all of these four roadblocks, we're not going to leave you unprepared. We got solutions. And with that, we're going to present to the going into the next presentation. So again, just to hit real quick on that inflation. Inflation is when you can pull up to the gas tank and it doesn't even matter what you're looking at because you gotta get that gas if you want to travel. So honestly, we can even take away what your per gallon rate is because inflation is just that. It's silent killer that it's going to increase whether you're looking at it or not. And the same with the grocery store. When you go in the grocery store, yeah, we somewhat look at prices, but that is one store, honestly, we usually don't go in and really do price comparison because we need what we went in there for. So we're going to get that bread, we're going to get the eggs, we're going to get the water, we're going to get the juice. So again, all of that is letting you all know that it exists. So again, with those roadblocks, we do have solutions and that's coming up. So again, I thank you all for your time and I look forward to seeing you all to give you the solutions to these roadblocks.